Okay, this is slightly different. This is a trip that I made back to Frozen Head State Park. Again, it was supposed to be a 2 day, 1 night, 20-mile plus loop. But I ran into some issues with wind, very, very high winds. And with my hammock situation being what it was, and the temperature was going to be extremely, well, not extremely cold, but cold enough to where it would have been pretty bad with the wind blowing. This ended up being a very long 1 day hike. I didn't do the entire loop, and as a matter of fact, I didn't film or record much of the latter part of it because once I decided to bug out, I ended up taking the bug out trail that I did on the last video on Frozen Head. So there was really no need to record that because it was the same thing. But anyway, it was a long day. It was a pretty day. It was a nice day. I got a late start, but I ended up doing it all in 1 day. It ended up being like 17 miles, I think it was, in 1 day. So I was pretty tired by the end of the day, but it was okay. I enjoyed it. I do want to go back and do the hike again, but I won't do that until in the fall or maybe even next spring before the leaves come out because there's so many trees there, which is nice, but you don't get any views. You don't get much of anything except to walk in the woods, which that's okay too. But if I'm going to put forth that kind of effort, I want to get some kind of reward for it. So that's just where that stands. But anyway, I hope that you enjoy the video as it is. There are some pretty neat shots in there and some pretty neat scenes. It was a nice hike. I enjoyed it. It was a long day, tough day, but I did it. So, I feel pretty good about accomplishing what I did in that time. Started at 10:30 in the morning, as you'll see in the video, and I finished up at 6, as you'll see at the end. So anyway, this is the last one for a little while, I guess, until I can get a day hike going. I've got so many other projects at the house going on that I just don't know when I'll get back out and do another hiking trip. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll do something slightly different. We will see. But thanks for watching. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit different this morning because I am starting out walking down the road and not in a truck with my regular before trip talk or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so supposedly I checked with the park office when I went in there, and she said there's limited water, at least the last report they had up here, so I had to fill up. I got 3 liters. Hopefully that'll do me until I can get to some. There's like one spot up here that I might be able to get some, so we'll see how all that goes as the day goes on. But I think it's going to be okay. I got to walk down the road here, more secure parking at the office, visitor center, whatever you want to call it. The parking is more secure there than down here where the trailhead is. So I'm walking back down the road to the trailhead. But this is supposed to be like, I think, pretty close to a 20-mile loop. We'll do it in 2 days. The place where I was going to camp tonight, or am going to camp tonight, she said the spring was dry 2 weeks ago up there on the mountain, which surprises me because I was here a couple of weeks ago and there was water everywhere, but I did not go there. But we just had rain. There's rain in ditches, everything, so I'm kind of hoping that everything's going to be fine. Now, one thing I did find out after I got everything packed and got down the road, checked the weather, it's supposed to get down to like 36 degrees tonight. and in the morning it'll be cool. And yeah, I think I've got enough to keep me warm. I'll just have to hike faster if not. But all I got shorts, so it'll be cool in the morning, but that's okay. You know, once you get up and get moving, you warm up pretty quick. So, I mean, I got my gloves and that kind of stuff with me, so. Okay, it is 10:35, and looks like I'm on trail. So a little later start than I wanted. I had to fill up water bottles and all that, and then I ended up leaving my trekking poles in the truck. Realized that when I got most of the way down here, and I said, let's try it without it. I'm not gonna walk back for them and waste that much time. So we shall see how it goes later. Well, I guess my introduction left a little to be desired. I just got all out of kilter this morning, and that's okay. It looks like today's going to be a beautiful day, and tomorrow cool at night, in low 60s during the day, which is really good for hiking. So yeah, I'm tickled with the weather, except for tomorrow morning, but you know, that's okay too. But yeah, so wow, look at those. Those are just like the ones that we planted, native irises. Little bitty things are pretty though. But yeah, we are back at Frozen Head State Park. I know my last couple of videos were that, but I just wanted to come back and do this big loop around the park. And I'm going to go back to the observation tower again, and so hopefully tomorrow will be better views than we had before. So it'll be kind of a revisit, but a revisit maybe with better views. So anyway, so far a nice little walk in the woods. We'll see as we get up higher. There's a lot more leaves on the trees now, so I'm not looking to have a lot of views per se on the trail, but maybe there'll be some interesting stuff to see. And because of the leaves on the trees, like I've said before, I don't like hiking in the southeast in the summer. It's hot, lots of people, and with the trees you just can't see a lot. So this is probably going to be my last one for a while, unless I do a day hike or something to a waterfall, because I don't know if I want to spend the next 4.5 months without hiking. So we'll probably have some short ones. But anyway, I think I got it all covered. So just kind of see what I can see. A lot of beech trees, quite a few oak, I just can't get over the beech trees. Okay, I'll catch you a little bit later. Ooh wee, that cool rock. Well, I've come up quite a bit. There's views out that way, but you can't really see that much. It looks like it might be a little hazy, I don't know. But you can see I'm getting closer to the top. This Ross Gap Trail that I'm on right now, it's on a unimproved road, old logging road or something. But sections of it I just came up through, that's no joke, man. This is pretty easy right here. Get a chance to catch my breath maybe. Whew-wee, that was something else. I'm still not up to the top yet. There's a little bit of water right there, but I don't need any yet, so we'll see what it's like when we get up top. I thought with as much rain as we've had here lately, water wouldn't really be an issue. Another reason for not hiking in the summer. I mean, I got 3 liters on me, which is, I mean, that's not a terrible amount of weight, but in the summertime you'd use more, so you'd have to carry more. And carrying 5 or 6 liters of water, you're talking about some weight now. Add another 12 to 15 pounds to your pack weight, and that makes a difference. Don't sound like a lot of weight, but when you're going up a hill, it does. But this is pretty good right here. And this should tie into the Bird Mountain Trail, which is also part of the Cumberland Trail. A section of it is in Frozen Head State Park, and we're going to be walking along a little bit of that. I don't know if they'll ever get that Cumberland Trail finished in my lifetime, or at least while I'm still able to walk it, because they got a lot left to do. A bunch of disjointed sections, unfortunately. But I'm working on the GoPro carrying angle a little bit, so I'm hoping it's better than the last video, just looking down at the trail the whole time. I changed the zoom setting on it a little bit. You can zoom it, but you can't zoom it while filming or while videoing. You have to stop it, set the zoom where you want it, and then resume, as far as I know. And it's real tricky to get it to zoom. The touch screen is kind of not user friendly on the zoom mode. But for no more than it costs, what can you expect? I had to shed that hoodie early on. And it's a little cool up here closer to the top, but it feels good right now. You can see some of the trees are starting to leaf out for sure. And you can tell that this woods was logged at one time, with the trees no bigger than they are. Okay, I'll catch up with you a little bit later. that pretty trillium. Well, we're on the Cumberland Trail now, off of the logging road or whatever it was, and we're heading to Castle Rock, I think is the name of it. So anyway, it's the first trillium I've seen bloom. There's some more getting ready to. Still not to the top. I don't know what those flowers are. Those are kind of pretty. They're not those irises. But this place here, it ain't gonna be long till it's really overgrown. So I'm headed up that way. Catch you later. Okay, looks like I'm coming up on something totally unexpected. I mean, now, you know, all they had to do was tell me that this pond was up here. Could have filtered water from that instead of carrying it. But that's kind of cool. I mean, I guess that's a dam they built. Somebody built this. Don't know when, but wow. Certainly could have got water from there, but that's all right. It's done now. Here we are, Cumberland Trail. So I made it to the kind of the top of that little ridge, but got a little more climbing ahead. I think it's going to be some little ups and downs until I get to the campsite this afternoon. Kind of, I don't know if it's really ridge walking, but close to it. I would not want to come through here in the summertime. Chiggers and ticks and heat, humidity. No thanks. Talk to you later. Well, thought I'd stop for a little bit of a breather. As you can see, I'm getting a little more altitude up here, elevation. Views through the trees a little bit. And the trail goes up. Been pretty much up all morning. little breezy up here too, which feels good because I'm sweating. This would be a nasty trail in the summertime. Yuck. I think that's I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that's mayapple, I think, with the shiny leaves. I believe that's what that is. Kind of cool. No apples on it yet. Of course, it's not May either, so maybe that's why. Looks like we're going to go up here a little ways. Maybe there'll be a view up here. I hope so. After all the work I put in to get up here. I don't believe this section of trail gets used very much. Okay, I believe we're right here at the tippy top of this little rise. Breezy. Okay, let's go down here and look at this cool rock, and then we'll let you get on with your business. That's pretty cool. That is just cool. Look at that. Huh. That kind of looks like some of the stuff we've seen on those videos from out west. Look at that. That's kind of neat. Catch you later. Oh yeah, kind of see through there a little ways. Nice long distance view. Way out there. I hope tomorrow there's more out that way. I hope tomorrow is going to be clear for when we go up on top of Frozen Head to that observation deck, because there are some really long range views up there. I think it's going to be awesome. I hope so. Well, we're still along the Cumberland Trail. Been walking along the ridge, a ridge line, a crest line, kind of dropping down just a little bit right now. A lot of mayaples up and through here, but I just thought that that was something a little bit different to see on the trail there, with all this rock formations and stuff, the way it drops off. Oh man, it's nice to be out of the wind. That wind's got a little bit of bite to it. But it was nice to cool off a little bit too. I had gotten hot. I got a feeling I won't be complaining about the heat in the morning. It's gonna be cool. Isn't that neat? Looks like there's little caves up under there too, little, like, little hobbit rock houses. That's it, yeah, for them short little people with big feet. Almost did it. Oh wow, this is cool. Look at this rock hop. This is neat. Ah, cool. Like that. Well, you see that right there? Guess what that is? That is a tree growing out of the rock. Yet again. 100%. That's a neat little section there. I like that. little bit of a view maybe. That's a little bit of a drop off there. I think that's really about the first good view spot we've had. You can see kind of see the rock wall there. It really drops off the spine here. So now I guess we're going to go around here to the other side. Catch a view from the other side of the ridge. It's pretty cool. If there is a view, that is. I don't know, it looks like we're going to be going down. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Very interesting. Look at that rock. That's just weird looking. Huh. There's another tree growing out of the rock. Okay, so that's where I came from. That cool rock. This is an area that's called Castle Rock. I don't know why. I guess maybe they think those look like the battlements. Kind of cool though. That's neat, isn't it? Now that's definitely a tree growing out of a rock way up there on top. And there's one growing right on the middle of that rock. Wow. That's just wild. I love it. Lots of trees growing out of these rocks.
Wow, this place is going to be so overgrown in just a couple of 3 weeks. It's going to be a mess up here. Well, I stopped and had some lunch just a few minutes ago at a campsite, backcountry campsite. Had a spring, but it was kind of had sediment in it. It was filled in, and couldn't get any water out of it. So I dug it out a little bit by hand, just to let it, maybe for the next people, they'll be able to get some stuff out of it. Needs some maintenance done. And I think the actual source of the spring has moved a little bit. But we are right here on the top, tippy top, Bird Mountain. 3,010 feet. About 4 miles left in the day. It's 1:15 our time, 1:15 here. So I don't have to be in a big hurry. My only problem is water, and that's not terrible. I mean, I've got 2.5 liters, which will get me through tonight and into tomorrow, and I'm hoping I'll be able to find some tomorrow. If not, most of tomorrow will be a downhill, and so it shouldn't be quite so bad, although it is the longer of the 2 days as far as mileage goes. I should be able to find some water. I mean, there's water here, just not high up on these ridges like this. So maybe as I descend a little bit in some of these saddles, I might be able to find something somewhere. We shall see. I'm not really that concerned about it. It's not like it's 90 degrees and I'm sweating a ton, so it's actually cool. I had to put my hoodie back on again. I got cold sitting there for a break. My nose is red, like a springtime Rudolph. Don't have the great big trees that other section of trail had, which we'll go through some of that again tomorrow, and hopefully get to see some of those big trees. I may try to take a little better video footage of it. Anyway, later. Okay then, I have come off of the Cumberland Trail, and now I'm on the Fire Tower Trail, as they call it, which is actually, it's a road. But hey, whatever. And there's a tree down there with flowers on it. I've seen several of those, and I have no idea what they are. There's none that's been close enough to the trail for me to get a look at it. So I don't know, but this is a piece of cake walking here. I'll be at camp before too long. It's 2 o'clock our time, 3 o'clock here. So I'll have plenty of time to get camp set up, and hopefully there's water there. Although the ranger said the spring was dry, I don't know. We'll see. I did notice they had a couple of feral hog entrapment or enclosures up back on the trail. I don't know, maybe a mile or so. So I thought that I had seen a lot of hog activity when I'd been up here before. And yeah, I know that's water, but nah. So yeah, I guess they're trying to catch them, but hogs are pretty smart, so I don't know. They can be dangerous too. But anyway, I mean, it's a beautiful day. I'm out of the wind. Took my hoodie off again because I was getting hot again. Doing some climbing. But yeah, this isn't too bad. I'm hoping that I can get up early enough tomorrow to break camp and get to the fire tower and observation tower, I guess it is. Maybe catch a sunrise up there. We'll see. See you later on down the trail.
So, excuse me, I ended the video there. I didn't do any more videoing after that. I got to the camp probably about 45 minutes after the end of that last clip. And it was in a little bit of a saddle there, and the wind was just whipping up through there. There was water in the spring, and I was able to get water. So that worked out okay. But at that point, I stayed around for maybe 35, 45 minutes trying to get camp set up, and I couldn't get the tarp set up at all because the wind was blowing so hard through that saddle. And at that point in time, I determined, well, I was camping at that campsite. That's what I paid for, because you can't, they don't have dispersed camping in Frozen Head State Park. So I thought, well, I knew there was another campsite a few miles down the trail, which I had to go through anyway. So I went down there, and it was the same problem with the wind. Well, at that point, that was right close to the lookout tower, and by then it was 4 o'clock, and I needed to get down if I was not going to spend the night, which I determined at that time with the wind blowing that I wasn't going to try it. So I decided I just needed to bug out then. And so from there on out, it was just I had about an hour to do a little over 3 miles down trail. And so that's what I ended up doing. I was really moving out that last hour to get down and back to the truck and get out of the park before they closed the park, before they shut the gate. So yeah, it ended up being a long day. That was the end of that particular trip, but I'm going to go back and do it again. Some of these other videos that I've done, I'm probably going to do them again at some point in time, maybe expand on a little bit, do some slightly different videos. I'm not sure. But there's some really beautiful areas here that I need to explore even more and show. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll get back with you with another one, hopefully sometime before too much longer. Anyway, bye for now.